What's going on, guys? It's Andy. She blinded me with refractors. Back with another video. I was able to pick up these two cards during the past week. So, what we're looking at here is the 2016 Panini Prizm Russell Westbrook Gold Prizm, and then also the 2017 Panini Prizm Russell Westbrook Gold Prizm. Both of these cards are numbered to 10. Very difficult to find. They don't come up for sale very often. And these two just happened to come up at auction the same time. They ended I think it was a day apart. So luckily I was able to grab both of them. It's been it's been a weird season here in Oklahoma City. I moved here in 2008, which just so happened to be the first year that the Oklahoma City Thunder were in town. And there could be some debate about this, I guess, but because technically Russell Westbrook, he was drafted number 4 overall. And technically, I guess if you want to be technical about it, he was drafted by the Sonics. But to me, he's always going to be the Thunder's first draft pick. Everything at that point had already been decided, and the Sonics became the Oklahoma City Thunder, 6 days after the draft. So he's always going to be the first Thunder draft pick in my mind. I mean, it was essentially our team at that point. Just I guess it took like a week later for everything to technically be finalized. But so it's been weird this year not being able to watch all of Russell Westbrook's games. During his time here, I would say roughly I probably watched, I don't know, I would say 85% of the games that he played here. So it's been weird, and some people probably don't understand why Westbrook. Well, for me, Russell Westbrook he's always going to be the most important player in the history of the Oklahoma City Thunder franchise. Like I said, he was essentially the first guy that we drafted. We already had Kevin Durant on the team from the year prior. He was drafted by the Sonics, so he was already in place. And it wasn't always smooth here with Russell Westbrook, especially early on. If you guys think that he plays wild and out of control now, you should have seen him during his rookie season here in Oklahoma City. All the talk on sports radio was here locally was, this guy, what in the world? Like, we took this guy with the 4th pick. I mean, and we're trying to turn him into a point guard. And so it was there was some rough times early on. But the one thing that was always so appealing about Russell was just the tenacity and how hard he played. I mean, this guy, he was just full speed ahead the entire game. Just, he was just flying all over the place, reckless abandon. He was never, he never was a great shooter, and he never has been a great shooter, but he definitely, he worked on it, and he did get better. Lately his shooting has kind of tailed off over the last season or two, but I'm always going to remember the 2016-2017 season which was the first year without Kevin Durant, and you could just tell from day one, game one of that season, that Russell really took it. He took it personally that Kevin Durant had left here in Oklahoma City, and a lot of the fans obviously did too. And Westbrook was popular before that, but that 2016-17 season, it just took him to a totally different level, not only nationally, but here locally as well. I think the one game that really stands out the most to me from that season was we had a game in early April against Denver, and Russell ended up scoring 50 points in that game, and he had a triple double, and I think he had like 18 points in like the last 5 or 6 minutes of that game, and then he hit like it was almost like a 40-footer at the buzzer to win it. We walked away with a 1-point win, and obviously 16-17 was the first year that he averaged a triple double. And he ended up doing that the following 2 seasons here as well. But that 16-17 season was just a magical year. I think we finished like 47-35. I think we were like the 6 or 7 seed that year. But going into that season, I don't think really too many people gave us much of a shot at even making the playoffs. So, and of course, Russell won the MVP that year. It was just a great year. I mean, I think if you look at the history of the league, that season it's one of the more remarkable seasons that you're ever gonna see in the NBA. And a lot of Russell's critics will be like, oh, he's not efficient. He doesn't shoot as well, and a lot of people could get triple doubles like that if they wanted to. Well, I mean, why doesn't anybody else do it then? I mean, he did it for 3 years in a row, and no one else has ever done it. So I don't know. I think if it was as easy to do as some people think, then I mean, I think more people would have done it. This year, for instance, I mean, Luka has been playing just incredible. And I think he had a week where he averaged a 30-point triple-double. And he's probably close to that so far for the season. But, I mean, Russell did that for an entire season. He averaged over 30 points with a triple-double for the entire season. I mean, it's just insane. It's something that I never really thought about, and I never really thought that I would see that. But and that's why I still collect Russell Westbrook stuff, obviously, and it's because of the memories. Like these cards, they kind of take me back in time to those days whenever he was here and watching him play, and just all the memories that go along with that. So, and I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of us collect the players or teams that we collect is, the memories that are associated with that. So I will continue to collect Russell Westbrook. I'm still trying to, pick up some of the key cards of his that the key cards in my mind anyway that I would like to, have for my collection. So I'll be on the lookout for those. But yeah, I just wanted to, obviously show these 2 cards off, which the cards are remarkable in themselves. I mean, numbered to 10, so tough to find. So the cards can kind of, stand alone with that. But I just wanted to kind of, share some of the reasoning, behind why I collect Russell Westbrook. And so yeah, if you guys in the comments, if you guys collect a certain player, and there's a reason behind that, whether it be the memories of watching them play or whatever it might be. Just, yeah, talk about it a little bit in the comments. Let me know why you collect, who you collect. I always find that fascinating to hear the different reasons that people collect the players that they do. So that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.